Showboat Sports, guys. Man, we got that new breaking news today. Ryan Garcia's new trainer, Derrick James. So Ryan Garcia is in the camp of Derrick James. So we're gonna talk about that tonight. We're gonna kick things off with that. Also, we know that we're gonna also open up the phone lines. You know, guys, you know how we do. We open up the phone lines. So in case anybody want to call in and they want to talk or whatever else that stuff is, we always leave those phone lines open for that. So we're gonna let the algorithms kick in, let everybody start rolling up here in this camp. The phone lines are now open. You see the number scrolling at the bottom of the screen. You guys can call in at any time. So right now we are going to talk a little bit about it. So Ryan Garcia, you know, I think after that loss with Ryan Garcia, he's trying to find a new way of reinventing himself, right? Because after a loss, you got to go out and you got to go rebuild. You know, that's what every fighter has to do. Anytime a fighter stops, sometimes it gives them a little bit of PTSD or any of that kind of stuff. But it's still cool because Ryan is a young kid and it's cool that he trains up because that he changes trainers because he hadn't found what he's been looking for. He got rid of Goosen. He was with in Canelo Alvarez camp. He didn't like that. And there's been words out there that Ryan doesn't take it serious. Ryan is not in the gym. Maybe these people are not inspiring Ryan to do what Ryan needs to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do know that Derrick James is a no-nonsense trainer. From what I hear, and they always say that Derrick James is all about business and about work and work ethics. And that I don't think that if Ryan Garcia is with Derrick James, that Ryan Garcia is going to have those bad habits because Derrick James is all about the fundamentals. And maybe that's what Ryan is there for, is to get those fundamentals down packed, see what Derrick James says, and work with Derrick James. Derrick James can get him back up on the horse and make him better than what he was before. Because Ryan is a good kid, man. He's been a good boxer for many years. He was an amateur boxer. He did really good. He's been a boxer, professional. He's done really well for career. He was until he got beat by Tank Days. You know what I'm saying? So that's nothing new. So anyway, so Ryan has changed over, and Derrick James is going to be the guy that's going to help Ryan with those little things that Ryan just hasn't fixed years. You know what I mean? Now, maybe, like I said, those other trainers couldn't get it out of Ryan because Ryan didn't show the. But I think with Derrick James's whole no nonsense stuff is that if I'm going to train, you're going to do as I say when I say do it. You're going to come in. I work for you, but you got to help me help you. You got to help me put you in a winning position. You got to listen to what I'm saying. And if you're not going to do that, then I don't want to take it on. Because Derrick James doesn't need another fighter. Matter of fact, Derrick James said he didn't really want a big stable anyway. He wanted a small stable because he just wanted to make sure that he can work one-on-one with his fighters, and I'm sure he's got to make sure that he gives all the fighters that he has the attention that they deserve, like the Errol Spences, the Ryan Garcias now, but Jamel Charlo, AJ, Frank Martin, he's got to give these guys the attention that he wants. He needs to make sure that they all get what they need. But now one of the good things is that Ryan will be in there. He'll get some good sparring. So that'll help Ryan out. That'll help some of the other guys out. It'll help Frank Martin. It'll help these guys spar each other, and it helps each other. It helps. They can all help one another sharpen their tools. You know what I'm saying? So I think that with Ryan going over to Derrick James, that's an awesome move. You know what I mean? And all the people that you could have got, that was the trainer that you should have went with. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't think of another trainer out there that's going to get Ryan the best fundamentals, get his chin out of the air, have him not move straight back, start taking angles. Derrick James is going to immediately do all of that stuff. But the thing that Derrick James can definitely work with Ryan Garcia with is that jab. Ryan Garcia has some really good fast hands. He got a little power. The guy can crack, right? But when he fought Gervonta Tank Davis, he didn't show those that he should have showed, right? And but the guy has a really good jab. You know what I'm saying? And Derrick James can bring that jab right back out of him. You know what I'm saying? Derrick James can get Ryan to start popping that jab off and start building up off of that jab, but start working that jab. You know what I'm saying? And with as fast as Ryan is, he start getting Ryan to start working that jab off, start getting Ryan to start taking angles and stuff like that. Derrick James knows how to get you the basics, the fundamentals. He goes over that constantly. He does it so much that even Spence said he gets tired of hearing that all the time. You know what I mean? He said, Derrick James, always keep your hand up. He said, even when I'm keeping my hands up, Derrick James said, keep your hand up. And Derrick James is all about that. He's like, I can never tell you guys enough the fundamentals. Keep your hands up. Protect yourself at all times. Move this way. Move out of there. Protect yourself. When you throw a punch, pull it back. Get that hand back up to your face. Use it as protection. You know what I mean? Those are things that all boxers need to know. And I think a lot of them shy away. A lot of them start learning other new tricks and they start going away from that. They start thinking that's the boring stuff. They think that they know that. But those are the things that every fighter must keep working on. You got to keep doing those things and sharpening those skills. I don't care if you're a basketball player. You got to make sure your dribble skills are on. You got to make sure everything that it takes to be whatever sport you're in, you got to sharpen the basic fundamentals, because everything works off the basic fundamentals. Boxing definitely works off the basic fundamentals, and that's jab, keeping your hands up. You know what I mean? And range and distance. Those are things that you must control. You know what I mean? Those things that you got to know. You got to be close enough quarters to throw your punch. You got to make sure that you can get in and get out and get far away from it. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that you got to do no matter who you are. No matter who you are, you could just be a brawler, but you still got to know how to make sure you at the right distance to hit the guy that you need to hit. You got to make sure that you move. You got to make sure that even though if you're brawling in there, that you're not taking no unnecessary punches to where you can get dropped before you drop the guy that's in front of you. So there's basic boxing fundamentals that you have to have. And what's funny with that is that a lot of people don't practice those basic boxing fundamentals or when they're fighting a guy that's coming out with those basic fundamentals, that they don't see it as much as we think they would. It kind of takes its toll on the fighter. Like look at Canelo when he fought Bivol. Everybody's gonna say Bivol is such a bigger fighter. Blah, blah, blah. Bivol used basic boxing fundamentals. You know what I'm saying? On Canelo, the jab, that kind of stuff. That's what he really worked. And then when you look at Earl Spence, that's what Earl Spence does. They say Earl Spence doesn't do all this fancy stuff. He just does what it takes to win the fight. He sticks to the basic, and that's what makes Earl so deadly. He's got that down pat. And what's funny is Earl has all that flair. Earl has all that other stuff too. People just don't see it. He doesn't need to show it. You know what I'm saying? Because Derrick James keeps him polished and keeps him right on cue. Hook Mo 365. What's up? Salute, fam. He said Ryan is going to let down Derrick James just like AJ. I would rather train Rolly. Oh man, you'd rather Derrick James train Rolly than Ryan Garcia? I think that, me personally, I like that Ryan Garcia is in there. I do. I like that. And I like it more so for Ryan than Rolly. The reason why I say about Rolly is Rolly has so many things that Rolly needs to work on. And Rolly is more, it seems like Rolly and his team are more into selling fights than they are to go in and try to get the training that he needs to win the fight. You know what I'm saying? And maybe Rolly would have done better under Derrick James, right? But it's a whole lot of stuff that Rolly's got to work on. Rolly has a whole crap load of stuff that he's got to work on. He just does. Now he did, like I said before, Rolly did pretty good when he fought Tank in the first few rounds. You know what I mean? Then he started lunging in and rushing in and got knocked out, but he did better. He tried to box. Now, every other boxing match that I see Rolly in, he does the same thing. He doesn't use any skills. He just doesn't. It's like he doesn't even have them. TD said Ryan has got to work his way back and fight in the premier welterweight division to make another payday. Yeah, but you know what? Ryan, the kid sells. Now, the thing is, who will Ryan go with next? Will he stay with Golden Boy or will he sign with PBC? Because if he signs with PBC, oh my God, that would be something crazy. It will be something crazy. So you know how that goes. Hold 1 second. Here we go.
Call from
Juro.
Showboating Sports. What's going on, Mr. Juro?
No much, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing just fine, but just hold 1 second. Let me give a quick shout outs. TD is in the building. Salute.
Right.
Salute, King. Glad you're up in the building. Karma is in the building. Salute, Queen. Appreciate you coming up in here. And Marquise Williams is in the building. Salute, King. Yeah, what's going on, Mr. Juro? Salute. Glad you are up in the camp. What is your thoughts on this current situation with Ryan Garcia?
Man, I ain't gonna front. At first, I was kind of different. So as a fan, right, I got Derrick James. Like, Derrick James is like one of my favorite boxing trainers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of disappointed that he took on Ryan, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I had, to to chill and think about it. He got to get his bag,
Mhm.
and to give Ryan some credit. Ryan gained some respect for me when he fought Tank. So I think it'll be a good match
Mhm.
um, if Ryan can put in the hard work. I think
Mhm.
Ryan got the other skills he would need, and with a Derrick James twist to, or I don't say twist, but focus on the fundamentals. I think Ryan he'll be deadly. He's fast. Um, he got the range, the height, and that jab is like a staple in Derrick James's camp. So
Mhm. Mhm.
though I think that might be a big part of what Ryan is missing. Um, and so like I said, if Ryan can put in that work, then I think it'll be a really good thing. I think that it would kind of now this makes me think, and I know this is kind of far fetched, but fuck it. Now, if he takes well to Derrick James' training, it
Mhm.
makes me think where he would how he would fare against Haney and Shakur, right?
Mhm.
It's like damn, and a run back with Tank, to be honest. That's right there. Like, and maybe I'm inflating Derrick James more than what but like I said, I think Derrick James is the shit. I like that move better than I like Ryan and Derrick better
Mhm.
than Derrick and AJ. I think AJ is completely done, but I think Ryan got some fight in him still. I don't think he's had that trainer, and I know he had Eddie Reynoso, but Eddie Reynoso to me is like honestly, I give him credit for Canelo, and that's it.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna
Mhm.
front.
Mhm.
um, and I think he one of those trainers that he been with Canelo so long, and they get each other almost like uh, Virgil and Ward. Is that right? What's his name? Ward's trainer, Virgil.
Mhm.
What
Versus
was
Hill.
Ward? Yeah, like them two. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So I know Virgil had some other people, but Ward was at like him and Ward just got each other. They was with each other for so long. So but saying all that to say that if Ryan, I think Ryan needed like that fundamental, you know what I mean? Just
Mhm.
the small things in his game to polish up, and um I think he'd be somebody to fuck with. I'm not saying he would beat Shakur or Haney, but I think he would give them a different look. You know what I mean? Other than what
Right.
we expect. Because right now, I'm like, oh, Shakur and Haney are smash, Ryan. You
Mhm.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
I was impressed with how Ryan how he stood up and dropped his nuts on Tank. Like as far as like how he kept his confidence
Mhm. Mhm.
he bet on it. All he was talking. He sold that joint. You know what I mean? Like I said, I give him credit for that. Um, hopefully, like I said, put in the work, and it might be something pretty cool for him. I didn't expect it at
Mhm.
all.
Mhm.
um, but yeah. That's it, man. I ain't gonna keep you no
Okay.
longer.
Well, appreciate it, man. I'm glad to get your take on that, man. Appreciate you calling in, man. Thanks.
Yeah, sir. Appreciate you.
All right, catch you back in the chat, man. All right. But yeah, man. Yeah. Salute Marquis. Salute Will Peoples. Salute. Yeah, man. Yeah. Said good move by Ryan. He just need to come in the gym more than 3 times a week. Well, he'll have to with Derrick James. You know what I mean? Yeah, Ryan is a quitter. Huck Mo said he think Ryan is a quitter. Y'all think Ryan? Hey, do y'all think Ryan quit on that? Or y'all think Ryan it was a previous injury and Ryan had a problem? What's y'all's thoughts on that? What is y'all thoughts on that? But I do like I said, I think that I like I like Ryan. I like Ryan with Derrick James. I do. I really like that move. And I know when Jero was saying about Derrick James, he already think the AJ was there, and it's a lot of people. But the thing about it is, I don't know how long Derrick James will be with with not Derrick James. AJ will be with Derrick James. The reason why I say Anthony Joshua, I don't know. I don't know because you don't know how much fight Anthony Joshua got left in him and what's going on with him. You know what I mean? He's going through this mental thing. So maybe he'll stay with Derrick James. Who knows? I don't know. But for Ryan to be at his age now and then go in there and get freshened up on that should be a good move. You know what I mean? John Boy, salute, fam. Salute in the building. Yeah. But yeah, man, you said Ryan, he just got caught with a good body shot. He said he don't think Ryan quit. I felt them. Them shit. Yeah. But they said Ryan had a previous injury too. You know what I mean? He's already hit there. And I know Tank said that in the interview. They asked Tank about it, and Tank said that, hey, he knew that Ryan was already hurt to the body. You know what I'm saying? So somebody had already called back and told him that. Terry Smoot is in the building. Salute, King. Yeah. I got what you're saying, Marquise. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, you said you don't think Ryan quit. But I think it's good, man. I think you're gonna get some basic boxing fundamentals. I thought I would see Sugar Ray's speed from Ryan, but didn't see it. He needs to study Sugar Ray fights. Yeah, hey, he needs something, but he's with a good trainer that can bring it out of him. But this is the thing, too. When you're in there with Tank and after he felt a little bit of that power from Tank, I think that kind of got him a little bit nervous. He wasn't, and the other thing is Ryan had all that layoff too, man. Ryan wasn't taking a bunch of them fights like he should have. But with Derrick James is gonna bring the best out of Ryan. He definitely is, man. Said Rolly Wares depends on fighting in the senior citizen division. Yeah. Rolly, yeah. I don't know, but I know y'all was saying, who was that said it? Was it Hulk that said he think that Rolly would have been better with Derrick James? But I like Ryan there with Derrick James. I really do. I think Ryan has a really good canvas of something to work with. You know what I mean? And Derrick James can bring that out of him. And the thing that Ryan does a lot is that jab. He didn't even use it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't use it at all. But with Derrick James, it's going to be a must. But this is the thing. This comes from the genius of Derrick James, because a lot of people are just trying to say that Derrick James is getting these fighters, and these fighters were already good and were going to be good with or without Derrick James. But you got to think, when Derrick James got with Earl Spence Jr., he said he was getting beat up by guys a whole lot. And as he started working with Derrick James, because he didn't really want to ever work with Derrick James, his father paid him to train with Derrick James. And Derrick James said for the first 2 years, Earl Spence did not even really speak to him. Said he came to the gym, he just did what he had to do and got out the gym, didn't even hardly talk to him. But then when he started getting them tournaments, the guys that was beating Earl started beating those guys, and that's what sold Earl on it. It was the basic boxing fundamentals, you know what I'm saying, that took Earl right over the top. And then look what he got, you know what I'm saying? So it was Derrick James that brought that at him. It wasn't just Earl Spence Jr., you know what I'm saying? So it was good combination of a good fighter with a great fighter and a great trainer. That's how I look at it. It's funny how these fighters run. Yeah. But you know what? I think that a lot of fighters, because but you got to think, Ryan went with Eddie Reynoso first. You know what I'm saying? And who was he gonna go with? You know what I'm saying? Who else is out there? He could have went with Freddie Roach, but he needed somebody younger. And Derrick James has all these champions. So I think that Ryan did a good job by going over there. What's up, John? John is in the bit. D-Ray Promotions. Salute, fam. And John Boy. Oh, wait. There we go. We had the other kind of music. He said, shout out to everybody. EV, Terry Smoot. Appreciate you, John. Appreciate you for showing love to the channel, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And I appreciate everybody being in here, man. All that stuff comes in and helps the channel. But yeah, man, I think that Derrick James is going to get Ryan that basic fundamentals, man. And I think, and what I was saying earlier is, I know when I watch Derrick James, he enhances a fighter what they do, and he makes it work for them. You know what I'm saying? He makes that work for them, because Jamal already had his own. Jamel already had his own style of fighting. Derrick James kind of enhanced that fighting, brought it out of him, and brought it in there. And then people say, well, Earl Spence and Jermell Charlo, they kind of fight the same. Well, they kind of got the same mentality. You know what I mean? They kind of got the same kind of mindset. But then you got Frank Martin. Frank Martin doesn't just go at it like those guys. Frank Martin moves a little different than those guys. And Derrick James didn't do Frank Martin like it. When he fought Rivera, Frank Martin fought differently. He didn't go in there and try to break Rivera down at the body and try to stop him. He went in there and found out what worked for him, made the little adjustments, and did what he had to do. Now, he could have stopped him. I saw when he turned it on and did a little something different. It's like he gained a little bit more momentum when he's fighting Rivera towards the later rounds, but he backed off and stuck to that. And I think Derrick James wanted to stick to that game plan. Why take bigger risk when we don't have to? You know what I'm saying? Because whatever Rivera did, they took that away from him. And why they had that away from him, why make a move and do something different? And Rivera finds his own footing. You don't want to do that. So he kept him against the ropes. I like that. I thought that's a smart move. Ryan went from the money early and got it. Now he has to work his way back, and it's going to be a long road. Yeah, it's going to be a long road if he doesn't have the heart or if he doesn't want to listen to Derrick James. But if he listens to Derrick James, does what Derrick James says, and he gets in there, he starts sparring with people, and he stays in that gym, because now he's in a gym with some hard-working people. Frank Martin works hard in that gym. Earl Spence outworks people in that gym. And you got Jermell Charlo. So you got 3 fighters that are doing good, and it's a competition in there. And if Ryan stays in there, he's going to be good. It's either going to make Ryan or break Ryan. That's what's going to happen in that Derrick James gym. You can't go in there half-ass with Derrick James. It's not possible because you got these other lions in there, and they're not going to go in there for that weak stuff. It's just not going to happen. It's not. Because Ryan's going to have to spar those guys. Ryan's going to have to work out with those guys. Ryan's going to have a time slot that he's got to be in that gym, because Derrick James's time is going to be limited. You know what I'm saying? And Derrick James is going to do what it takes to get Ryan where Ryan needs to be. So Ryan's going to go get time off, get back in there. You know what I mean? Ryan went from with just his hook, as Tank said before. Yeah, that's what he did. But one of the things is, Will, Ryan went in there with just a hook, but Ryan didn't even use the hook. But Ryan also had a jab too, and he did not use that jab. Ryan never did use that jab. D-Ray Promotions, salute. He said, Bo Mac got a 40-pounder for both. Okay, well, hey, we'll see. Hey, listen, D-Ray, we all for it. We all for it. It's like this. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's how I look at it. Bo Mac got good fighters over there. You know what I'm saying? I like Bo Mac's fighters. I like it. But them guys got to come on out, and we got to get it on. We got to get it on all sides of the fence. Nobody gets a pass. It won't last long enough to get to the Hall of Fame. Who won't last long enough to get to the Hall of Fame? Who won't last, D-Ray, who won't last long enough to get to the Hall of Fame? And remember, guys, the phone lines are always open. Anybody need to call in, go ahead. Says, so Goosen was no good, or Ryan just didn't listen to him. Both, probably a little bit of both. I think Goosen is good if you listen to him. When Ryan going to have time for social media, then Ryan will have time to go in there and do what he got to do, play on social media and get back, because it's only so much time he can work with Derrick James, but Derrick James is going to make that time be worth Ryan's while. You know what I'm saying? You know, so Ryan can do both. You know what I mean? They got a little bit of time. It'll make it work. It'll make it work. It will make it work. Derrick James is an amazing trainer, but he can't fix a person's attitude. John Boy back in the super chat again. Appreciate it. He said Derrick James is an amazing trainer, but can't fix a person's attitude. Now, he can't fix attitude, but I do think that Ryan has a good attitude. I don't know about his work ethics, but I do know that Eddie Reynoso, Canelo, and a lot of people say he had bad work ethics. But I tell you this, I don't think that Derrick James will put up with it, because if Derrick James can't mold you and do what he's got to do with it, he's going to do like the rest of those trainers and let you go. And at that point, then Ryan's been through different trainers. Then Ryan's got to go face himself in the mirror and see where he's going at wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because Derrick James is a no-nonsense trainer. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get that work out of him. And Derrick James do bring his fighters up if they listen, pay attention, and follow. You know? But like you said, you can't fix a person's attitude if they just don't want to train. You can't make that happen. But going in there with those lines and that sparring and all that, and it's going to be a good look for him. You know what I mean? He's going to have to spar Frank Martin. They're going to have to spar Earl. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to spar these guys. And these guys are going to get him right in there. And you're not going to go in there and play with Earl. You're not going to go in there and play with that. And you guys see, look at that. If you look at the picture, do you guys see that Ryan Garcia is the same height as Earl? Matter of fact, Ryan is kind of bent over a little bit. When they were standing side by side, Ryan is taller than Earl. You know what I'm saying? So with a little bit of extra weight, a little bit of extra muscle, and getting up to 140, then now you out of the way. You're not down there with Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying? So you two won't have to fight. Y'all won't have to face each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stablemates now. So that had to change the whole ball game. You know what I mean? Said Derrick James getting a percent of persons, so why not have free time? John Boy back at it again. When you say why not have free time, what do you mean why not have free time? Yeah, he's getting that, but Ryan's going to have to be made to it. But I think at this point, because they asked Derrick James before about all the people that he trains, and Derrick James said he didn't want a whole stable full of people. He didn't want a whole lot of people because he wanted to be able to give people one-on-one. You know what I mean? He would take on a few. You know what I'm saying? Ryan likes unhappy. in these pictures compared to Earl. He looks unhappy. Is that what you're saying? I don't know. I think that but you know what, Hulk? He just came into camp. So we don't know what he's got. You know what I mean? Oh, said B Hop and Oscar should have trained him. Yeah, but this is the thing. I think that B Hop and Oscar, they too busy. They promoting. I don't think they have enough time to get in there and work with that guy. I don't know. I don't know what the whole story is, but I don't like how they left Ryan in there even when Ryan lost. You know what I mean? Everybody skedaddled and ran away, and I think Ryan's gonna have a problem with that. So we'll see if Ryan is still gonna be with Golden Boy after this. If Ryan paying Derrick James, regardless if Ryan doesn't show up, oh well. Now. See, this is the thing, John. I understand what you're saying, but to some people, Derrick is making money now. Derrick is making a nice little sum of money, right? But I think that at some point, everybody wants to. A lot of people for legacy, man. They want money, but they also want the legacy that comes with it. Because think about it. If you got Ryan Garcia and Ryan Garcia is paying you making money off Ryan, and Ryan's over there losing and making you look bad, nobody else is going to want to come train with you. When you can just easily part ways with Ryan and go get a fighter that you make money off of that will come in and be committed to your program. That means a lot to a trainer, to a good, decent trainer. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say that. I just don't think that Derrick James is all about the money. Me personally, I don't get that out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because Derrick James could be training a lot of people, but he said he don't want to train a lot of people. Ruiz got shafted by Fury. I thought the fight was happening. Man, hey, Will, the reason why that fight is not happening because Fury is having a problem with wanting all the money. Fury is being greedy with everybody. Fury is doing that. Usyk put up a tweet today, and it had a cartoon of him pulling Fury in the room with Deontay Wilder in there and AJ in there and Usyk pulling him in the room, and Fury's holding on to the door trying to fight his way outside of there. So what they're saying is they said that he will probably be back because Fury is going all about that money. And it's something that they said that alluded to that too. So Ryan actually working hard. That's why he looked that way in them pictures. That man is tired. And he gonna be real tired, bro. He gonna real tired. So environment makes a big difference. Yeah, it does. Actually, Trey AJ for Ruiz in DJ camp. So get AJ out of there and get Andy Ruiz. Hey, yeah. But the thing about, well, yeah, hey, that could happen. I'm not a big AJ fan. So yeah. It would have been good to see other American fighters up in that camp. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big AJ fan, but hey, I like Derrick James said Ryan did not show he was an elite fighter last fight. I thought he was better. I thought so too, but one of the other things is too, TD, that if you're not getting the work that you need to get and you taking all this time off and not taking these fights and taking one fight, man, it's going to show up. You're going to see ring rush. You're going to see all kind of stuff that goes on. That stuff, you got to be in there and you got to be active. And a lot of these fighters are just not active. I seen that tweet, Greedy Belly. Yeah, Will. That's what I was looking for, Will Peoples. I'm glad you said that. That's what he also said, y'all, that Usyk on that cartoon caption, it said Greedy Belly will be back. And he was talking about Tyson Fury. So Tyson Fury is being greedy. It's all about that money with him. You know what I'm saying? I like Tyson Fury, but Tyson Fury doesn't seem like he's the coolest guy out there. You know what I mean? He seems a little on the sleazy side to me. That's just what I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? And Usyk seems like the guy that wants to make the fight. That's just how I know. I don't know either one of these guys personally, but just from Usyk's track record, Usyk look like he's there serious, trying to make something. And he's about the fights and the money, but legacy too. But it's more about legacy. You know what I'm saying? He went straight out there to fight for Ukraine, came back, didn't take a tune-up, went straight back for AJ and fought that fight. And then said he'll fight Fury or Wilder. I just wish right now, while Fury's up there playing games, that Wilder gets to go fight Usyk. I wish they would make that fight in the meantime. Yeah, Usyk wants legacy, which is smart. You know what I'm saying? Usyk wants listen, a lot of fighters do. That's what I was watching the thing with Devin Haney, and David Haney said the same thing. Devin Haney said some of these fighters out here just for money. He said, but I'm an older throwback fighter. I'm out here really wanting legacy. You're going to make money. You think about it. Once you become a millionaire and you got a couple of millions, which a lot of those fighters that we already know their names, they all got millions of dollars. At that point, you start searching for legacy, because as you're fighting for legacy, money's going to come with it anyway. You know, you think about it. Crawford chased legacy, fight Spence. He's making 20, 30, 40 million dollars. We don't know what he'll make. Gervonta Tank Davis, he fought Ryan Garcia. Let's say he turns right around and fights Devin Haney, or he fights Shakur Stevenson. He's going to make money in the process. Shakur Stevenson fights Tank. He's going to make money. Teofimo Lopez fighting Josh Taylor. He's going to make money. You know, they're going to make money because they're fighting the top guys. That's going after legacy. That's going after trying to become Hall of Famer, the best that they can be. It's when you start taking those John Ryders, those Rocky Fieldings, when you start taking those fighters that don't have that big name in there, you're not searching, you're not chasing greatness. You know what I mean? You're just trying to pluck money out of there and build up one fight and knock it big. You know what I'm saying? Said also Ryan's weak point got exposed. Yeah. And I don't know if Ryan was hurt before then. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. John Boy back in the super chat. Appreciate it. Salute. He said, like Tyson said, it's all good till you get punched in your face. Yep. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. That's what he said. And you right about that. So you can have all the plans you want, but what they say that when you get in there and this stuff starts getting thick, you're going to revert back to who you really are. So if you're a fighter that's doing a whole lot of messed up stuff, a lot of times you do. But when you got a trainer like Derrick James that keeps beating that in your head to do right, a lot of times that works out right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You definitely don't. Yeah. I agree with you. You definitely don't. I seen a pic of Devin. His eyes look sunken in. Yeah, Devin started, but you know what? Could have been an older pic, because the one I saw him yesterday at the finals press conference, he didn't look too bad. But you know, he still got to go ahead and get I don't know where he weighs now, but he's got to get that descent down to making that weight. So we'll know how he looks tomorrow, and that's what I'm waiting to see. He said, John Boy, salute again. He said, legacy is something you talk about after your career is over. I agree with that a little bit, John, but you got to talk about it a little bit while your career is going on too. Because what Devin said, and what a lot of fighters, and I'm not just saying Devin, because Devin's not the first one to say it, but even Spence, even Loma even said it. Loma said, I came in because I had a dream of being undisputed. Fighters in here, and this came out of Loma's mouth, want to be undisputed. They want legacy. They want that. So when you come into boxing, real fighters that really want to be something, that want to go down in history, those guys think like that. Those guys say, I need to fight Hall of Famers. That's what Devin said. Devin said, Loma is a future Hall of Famer. If I beat him, that helps me on my road, because that's where I want to be. Loma said, I want those belts because I want to be undisputed, because I want to be. That's been my dream. He wants to be a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? So everybody that's wanting to take these big names wanting to be a Hall of Famer. That's why a lot of people want to fight Canelo, because Canelo is the face of boxing. But a lot of people try to throw up all the smoke and mirrors and say these guys are just looking for a payday. Well, everybody's looking for a payday. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is looking for a payday. John Boy is back. Salute. He said, Devin ain't done ish. Please stop. No, I didn't say Devin has done anything to be a Hall of Famer, but Devin is undisputed. At 24 years old, he's already in at that point. You can't take nothing away from Devin. Devin might not be the best fighter out there. None of these guys are right now. Not Tank, not Devin, not Shakur Stevenson. They all have to fight each other, and not Loma. They all have to fight each other to see who's the best out of those guys. The same way Sugar Ray Leonard, Hagler, Hearns, and Duran did. They all fought each other. So they all have to keep fighting. Nobody gets a pass, bro. Nobody gets a pass. John is back again. Salute. He said, tell me, has his legacy helped him sell seats? Half of the arena is still not sold. No, but a lot of people don't sell seats. Crawford doesn't sell seats. Loma doesn't sell a whole lot of seats. Who really does sell a whole lot of seats? There's not a lot of Tank Davises. There's not a lot of Earl Spencers. There's not a lot of Canelo Alvarez's. Nobody sells a lot of pay-per-view. Not Crawford, not Sean Porter, not Danny Garcia. None of them guys had the greatest big amounts of pay-per-view. Sean Porter had a pretty good pay-per-view turnout, but that was against Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying? That was Earl Spence. I mean, come on. Devin is only 24 years old, but he is undisputed, and that's undeniable. And belts mean something. Belts mean something to the boxing. To boxing has always meant something. Now everybody's trying to act like belts don't mean nothing. They mean something. So Tank needs to go take Devin's belts. Period. Period. That's just how I look at it. No matter how I feel about the fighter, I like the sport more than my disdain for fighters or more than I like fighters. That's just how I feel about it. Nobody gets a pass, man. Nobody. Not Tank, not Shakur, not Devin, not Loma, not Ryan. Ryan went in there and tried Tank and lost. Well, guess what? Is Ryan's career over with? No. Ryan goes in there. He gets himself back together. He rebuilds. He brings himself back. Devin can't force Tank to fight him. He couldn't force Loma to fight him. He couldn't force nobody. But Devin did what he had to do, took the Kambosos fight, which he wasn't going to get. He had to accept a 3-fight deal. He did that. So now he's fighting Loma. He's got to get past Loma. So if he gets past Loma, then what's next? He's got to be able to fight somebody else. He said, let's not talk age. Remember, Bernard. What do you mean, let's not talk age? You saw me? Salute John again in the super chat. You said, let's not talk age. What do you mean? Let's not talk age about Bernard or who? About Loma? Because Loma's 35. So I'm not saying Loma is old. Loma's not old to me. A lot of people saying Loma is old. 35 is not old. Because think about it. 35 wasn't old. Well, I think, what was it? Floyd 36 and Canelo was 23, 24. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I just don't, I don't see it. I remember Joe Smith versus Bernard Hopkins. Yeah. Yeah, Bernard Hopkins came out of prison and dominated. He did. A lot of those guys did. So I'm not giving nobody a pass. But all I'm saying is that Devin is doing what it takes to try to become a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? Devin is doing what it takes. That will he? Well, listen, he's going to be Hall of Fame because he's already going to have his name in the history book because he was 24 years old and he became undisputed. You know what I mean? So, but then now he's not. But listen, why do people give Devin such hell when he's calling out the big names? But somebody like Canelo goes out and calls out John Ryder or fights Triple G for the 3rd time. But nobody's really upset about that. Oh, so age, well, you're right. Well, Devin's 24. I mean, I'm not saying, so I don't understand your angle about age. I'm not saying nothing about age. Devin is 24 years old, but he's undisputed. Foreman was 40-something years old. Yeah. But Devin's 24. So what did I say that made y'all say that y'all bringing that up? Because I don't remember what I said that triggered that because I agree with everything y'all saying. Bernard came out and dominated straight out of prison. Bernard was an old champ. He's 40-something years old when he became champ, when he had a belt. Loma's 35. I don't say Loma is old. Devin's 24. Mike Tyson won the heavyweight championship of the world when he was 18 years old. So I agree. Age is nothing but a number. It's what you got in them gloves. So I don't know which point that I said that got y'all saying that.
To accept, press 1.
Showboating Sports, you in, man. How you doing?
Showboat, what's up with you, man? How you do?
Oh man, I'm doing just fine.
It's D-Ray.
Oh, what's up, D-Ray?
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
hey, 1 second. All right, salute, John. Hey, have a good night, man. Good night, man. Good back and forth with you, man. We catch you next time, man. Have a good night. But go ahead, man. The floor is yours. The floor is yours, my man, D-Ray.
Hey, man, well, I just want to say salute to him. And everybody smash the like button, subscribe, share on all the platforms. Man, you know, that's the thing, though, I think he's trying to figure out is Ryan Garcia, is that the thing that he needs, you know, to, you know, try to build himself, you know, better.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But I do think that it will expand his fan base, though, right?
Right.
His followers is gonna go up, so his bag is gonna go up. That's what he's trying to chase the bag, I think. So I think it's really a publicity stunt. And Oscar probably should you know, and B-Hop should probably take over for that, you know, trying to, you know, train him and get him ready, man. See, but you know, it's who is he gonna listen to, bro? Who does he have to listen to? You know,
right.
Himself.
Right.
So it's what he wants.
Right. So you don't think Ryan is serious? You think that he's doing it just maybe get his followers up a little bit?
Of course.
Okay.
Man, that's all they do now, bro. That's you know what I'm saying? It's they throwing brands out there already, you know? And he's a brand and he got commercials and endorsements and advertisements and you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right.
you know, hey, I can't fault him, man. He a good boxing businessman, that's for sure. You know.
Yeah.
And but this fight this weekend, you know, that's what, you know, I'm kind of wanting to hear some of your thoughts on it, man. If you think that Loma got a chance, or is he too little, or you know, too old, or is Devin Haney not got enough power, or you know what I mean? So, but bro, I thank you very much, man, for letting me get in here.
Okay.
And talk some boxing with you, bro.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. I appreciate you coming in, man. You know, and I love to hear everybody's take on it. Like I always say, man, hey, we can agree or we can agree to disagree, whatever else. But I like seeing everybody's take on it because we always learn it from other people's eyes.
But I win all of the Bud EJ debates, right?
Uh-huh.
I won all of our Bud EJ debates. Is that a fact or a figment of my imagination? Hey man, I'm just playing, man. Love you, man. Hey, bro, and you be doing a great job, you know, with your show, man. That's why I always try to come in and support it. You know what I mean? No matter what's happening, if I'm hitting the like button, watching the playback, you know, calling in, commenting, bro. I'm with you, man, because I love, you know, what you're doing and how you're doing it. You know, I just got to straighten you out on that Bud and EJ thing, man. And other than that, man, we're going to be rolling 100.
It sounds
so
good,
we 99, man. And that's good enough for me, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you calling in,
all
man.
Right.
And I'm going to answer your question, too, when you get in there. All right. All right, man.
Yeah, don't forget the question, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to answer. I'm going to answer. So go on right back in there and you're here. I'm going to get on. Yeah, man. I appreciate him calling in, man. Like I said, the phone lines are always open. Anytime anybody need to call in, feel free to call in, be a part of it. Hey, and I appreciate it, man. Like I said, we all got our own looks and stuff, and that's cool. That's what's so good about boxing, man. You know what I mean? We got our own ways of looking at it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he called in, he said what he thought. You know what I mean? I can't, you know, from his angle, I didn't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with it because I think that Ryan already has on his Instagram, Ryan got 10.4 million followers. He's got 10 million followers. So Ryan's social media is huge. You know what I'm saying? It's huge. Now, the question is, do I think that what I think about the Loma and the Devin Haney fight this weekend? Do I think Loma has a chance? Hell yeah, Loma got a chance. And I don't think I'm picking Devin Haney to win the fight, but I don't think it's going to be an easy victory at all. I think that fighting Lomachenko is going to be, it can be uphill battle the whole night. You know what I mean? I don't know what these two guys are going to bring in, because Loma has a lot of good footwork. Loma can do a lot of other stuff. You know, Loma is not a pushover, man. Loma is a really good fighter. Now, I don't think Loma is what they said he is. He's the next best thing to sliced bread. He's better than Muhammad Ali. I don't believe he's just one of the best fighters of all time. I think he's been overrated, but I think he's a good fighter. But I don't put him in the category of being the best of all time. So let me say that. So he's a good fighter. I don't think Loma is over the hill. I don't buy that at all. I think that Loma might have had a little bit of ring rust when he came out. I think that, you know, Loma ain't what he used to be in his mid 20s. I don't think any fighter at 37, 38 is as good as fast they are. I think after about 35, somewhere in there, they start slowing down a little bit, but I don't think Loma has really reached that point. Loma wasn't never the fastest person out there anyway, but Loma always had skills, and those skills didn't diminish. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have angles. He's going to slip the jab. He's going to do what it takes to get in there on Devin. Now, what can he do once he get on the inside, and can he stay on the inside? Can Devin keep him on the outside? But I think that all those times that Devin has worked with Floyd has had to show him some stuff. Over the years, he's learned. He's been there. He's been doing it since he was 7 years old. He's 24 now. I think that he will win that fight because I think he's a little tall. I think he knows distance. I think he knows timing. He understands that. So Devin understands that a lot. He really does. And that helps out a lot in a fight. So a lot of people call him a boring fighter, but those are the calculated moves that Devin uses. And that's what Devin is going to use with Loma. But Loma is going to come in with his. So it's going to be a really good chess match. And Loma really wants to be undisputed, and Devin wants to beat Loma to hold his belts. So neither one of them want to lose. Neither one of them wants to lose. So I think that both of them are going to give it their all, and it's going to be a dynamic fight. But I do pick Devin Haney to win that. But I had to see how it turns out. You know what I mean? He says, Toon, salute, Toon. Glad you up in here. He says, sliding. He said he's sliding through. Something telling me Loma finna shock some people Saturday night. Hey, he could do it. Listen. If he beats Devin, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all. You know what I'm saying? Because we still talking about Lomachenko. Lomachenko is no Kambosos. Lomachenko is no Jojo Diaz. Lomachenko is no Linares. Lomachenko can fight. The dude can fight, man. I don't think he's pound for pound number one, but he is no scrub by far. Loma can fight. And Loma just had a tune-up fight. So he's coming right back off of there. So he had one training camp, and now he's at another training camp. And that's what's good for a fighter. When they go from one training camp, take a little time and go right back to another training camp. That makes them even sharper. That they add on. They didn't have enough time to get back out of shape. So they're adding already to what they built off on. And that was one thing about Tank. Tank had already fought Hector Garcia. You know what I'm saying? He already had a fight last year, then turned right around and fought Hector Garcia the beginning of the year in January, then turned right around and fought Ryan Garcia in April. So he didn't have no time to get out of shape. Ryan wasn't all the way in, wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you was doing in the gym. You got to get in that ring. You got to really get some good work. He says Devin's chin suspect. Loma might test it. Hey, Devin, I don't know. I know that Devin got hit got rocked, but he came back out the next round and got his head together and won. You know what I'm saying? So, and Jojo Diaz can hit, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta land that shot. And every fighter done been rocked at one time. Every fighter done been hit. Fighter done been dazed. I mean, it just happens. So we saying, is his chin good or not? I say your chin is good enough until somebody puts you down on the mat and you don't get up. You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't have a chin would be American. American doesn't have a chin. But Devin Haney, we don't know. Devin Haney hadn't been really hit and tested. Ryan got hit dead smack in the face with Tank. Got right back up. It was more of a flash knockdown. He took that and kept on coming. You know what I'm saying? We don't know until a fighter really gets hit and tested. Said 397 amateur fights, one loss. Loma done seen a Haney before. I'm sure of that. Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that totally. Loma done seen it all, man. Yeah, that's for damn sure. Believe me, he got to wear around that jab and clinch. Yeah, he does. Yeah, Linares. Yep. Yeah. Loma definitely has a lot of experience. Almost, I knew it was over 300 something amateur fights. You know what I mean? I didn't know it was 397. I didn't know the exact number, but Loma done fought taller guys. Loma definitely has. You know what I'm saying? But what can he do? You know what I'm saying? Devin is not going there to lay down. Yeah, Amir Khan definitely has a glass jaw. That's definite. You can put money on that one. Amir Khan's jaw is glass jaw. Now, does Devin Haney have a real good chin or not? We don't know. We'll see. And because Loma's going to have to go after it. Loma's going to definitely have to go after it. And what is he going to do? You know, he's got footwork. So what is Devin going to do? Has Devin fought a caliber fighter like Loma? I don't think Devin has. He said we actually need Ryan to be good at 147. We need the big four in that division. Yeah. Let them fight again at 140. Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, we want Ryan to do good. We want T.O. to do good. Yeah. But guess what? We got a lot of good people in that division that they got to make it past. You got to make it past Regis Prograis and Gary Antoine Russell. Those guys can fight. And listen, you got to have some power to put Gary Antoine Russell down. You know what I mean? He said his chin is better than Loma's. He's been dropped. Anthony Jones, salute, fam. Yeah, but Ryan got dropped too. Ryan's been dropped twice, you know? But I agree with you. Loma's been dropped. Loma got back up. Has Loma been in the ring with somebody as talented as Devin? Gary Russell Jr. is talented. Gary Russell Jr. can fight, man. You know? But I like Devin. I'm picking Devin to win the fight. But I'm just saying that the narrative is that Loma is over the hill, and I don't believe that. I don't believe Loma is over the hill. He can't be at 35, you know, because they wasn't saying that crap about Floyd Mayweather when he fought Canelo. Canelo was 23, going on 24, or was he just turning 24? They try to say Mayweather was fighting Canelo while Canelo was too young. But Devin's 24 fighting a 35-year-old. Come on, man. You got to keep the narratives the same. You know what I'm saying? If Loma got Kambosos first, things would be different. Yeah, it would be. If Loma fought Kambosos first and got those belts, he wouldn't be fighting Devin. And that's the truth. He said, both they best fight. They robbed Gary of a draw because he dropped Loma too. Hey, well, listen. Yeah, it is an important fight for both of them. I'm with you, Anthony, on that one. This is a very important fight right here. It's an important fight for them. It's an important fight for 135, and it's an important fight for all the fans, all of us. Because what's going to happen when the winner wins? If Loma wins, then Loma will probably have to fight Shakur, or he'll have to go ahead and retire. Or maybe take another quick little money grab fight with somebody else as a defense and then get up out of there. You know what I mean? I don't know how Loma would end his career because I don't think Loma would fight. I don't think the juice would be worth the squeeze with Loma to fight Shakur Stevenson if he wins the belts. I don't see why he would fight Shakur Stevenson because I don't know if it's going to be a huge money payday for him because he's the bigger name. Plus, he has all the belts. So, you know, do you really want to fight Shakur Stevenson and go out with a loss? That very well could be, right? But we don't know. We need to see it come out. So I don't know where Loma would go if Loma wins. If Devin Haney doesn't have a rematch clause. Now, if Devin Haney wins, who does he fight next? Does he fight Tank or does he fight Shakur Stevenson? Shakur Stevenson is still on Top Rank. They're saying that Devin might stay with Top Rank, but I think Devin is saying what he got to say to keep and stay in Top Rank's good graces. He's not looking past Loma, so why make bad blood while you still under contract, while you still got to perform this fight? I wouldn't be pissing Top Rank off either. I would make it seem like I want to stay with Bob Arum for the rest of my life until that fight is over with. You know what I mean? I would say, yeah, we can consider that fight, but let's get past this fight. I'm not going to talk past this fight. That's exactly what I would do if I was Devin. Because there's no way in the hell I go in there and piss those judges off and have Bob father mad at me. And then Bob goes and says what Bob already says, that he goes in there and makes sure the judges turn on him.
Little prick.
Yeah.
Yeah, prick.
Go ahead.
Come on, get him out of here.
Yeah. So he don't want to hear that from Bob. You know what I mean? He don't want to hear, get that little prick out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not saying that because I don't want nobody to think that I think Devin is going to get robbed. I'm saying we all know it can happen, but I'm not looking at it like it's going to happen. Devin has got to clearly win that fight. It's just what I think. That's what I think. Oh, okay. Toon said, and to clear things up from the last live, I don't dislike Devin Haney. I don't see what his fans see, and he's not held to the same standard as Tank. He fought JoJo, no issues, but Tank Leo was a no-no. Well, this is what I think. Hey, Toon, this is what I think about that. I think, me personally, I think that Devin is, because when Devin got a belt, they said it was the email champion belt, right? But Tank's belt, nobody's talking trash about Tank's belt. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I think. I think that both of those two young lions need to fight each other, period. I think that Devin has all the belts, and I think Tank needs those belts, just like Devin needs Tank's name. So I think at the end of this fight that he should be really pushing to fight Tank, and I think Tank should be pushing to fight Devin. Salute, big dog. Salute. Loma wants to retire undisputed. He will wait till Usyk. Yeah. He will wait till Usyk is also undisputed and both retire. Hey, Will. Yeah. Dude, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? If both of the two guys from Ukraine win and they both are undisputed and they both retire together. Wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that be crazy? That would be crazy. But it might not happen like that because Tank actually fought for a belt. Haney ain't fight nobody for the WBC belt. Well, Loma decided not to fight him. But you are right in a sense because Loma did not want to fight Devin. But Devin stayed after Loma. But now Devin is undisputed. Right? He beat the man to beat the man, but that don't mean nothing. Devin kept calling out Teofimo Lopez. But listen to him. Devin called out Teofimo Lopez. He also called out Loma. He also called out Tank. None of the three guys would fight him. So what should he have done at that point? Said whether it was a Mickey Mouse belt or not, he fought for it. Yeah, you're right. But they got belts. But who is the undisputed champion down there? And who needs the belts? Tank needs the belt. And I know you're going to say Tank don't need the belts, but all fighters need the belts. That's what we're really fighting for. It's prize fighting, but it's also you got to be the man. The man says they got the belt. That's supposed to be the guy in the division is the guy with the belt. That's supposedly. But we all know Tank is the A side, and Tank is going to be the favorite in the fight with everybody. So Devin is the underdog against Tank. He's B side and underdog, even though he has undisputed belts. But Tank needs those belts. So my only question is, why is it that everybody ain't campaigning for Tank to go ahead and take Devin's belts if Devin wins? What's your thoughts on that, Toon? If Devin beats Loma, if, it's a big if he beats Loma, do you say that Tank should fight Devin next? He should go after Devin. What's your thoughts on that? That's my next question. And I forgot who that was like, Devin don't deserve a payday. I don't think that was you. Somebody else said that not too long ago, said that Devin didn't deserve the payday. I was like, what does that even mean? It ain't about a payday with Devin to get that. Devin deserves to fight Tank to show that he's the better than Tank. Tank deserves to fight Devin to show he's better than Devin. That's what it goes. I mean, that's where we are now. It's we're getting down to the cream of the crop. He said, I'm a Tank and Devin fan, and I like Shakur. Why the F they want Tank to be like Canelo and duck all real smoke? Yeah, that's my point, Anthony. That's my point. It doesn't matter all the stuff that these other guys have talked. You know what I mean? Ryan ain't fought nobody, but he got to fight Tank. So why does Ryan get to fight Tank and not Devin? Why are you okay with Tank fighting Devin? I mean, fighting Ryan. If that had been Devin he beat like that, stopped with a body shot, he'd be the undisputed champ. And guess what? The only person he'd have to fight next would be the winner of Shakur Stevenson and Loma. And then guess what? He cleared out a whole division at that point. And if he decided to fight Frank Martin, he could. And if he didn't decide to fight Frank Martin, he didn't have to. That division is done. So that's my point. Why is everybody not pushing for that fight to happen? Nobody gets a pass, man. Said Devin would not have quit. Oh, man, that's crazy. hey, Anthony, that's crazy. Said Devin would have quit. Oh, man, come on. Don't do Ryan like that. Ryan was already previously injured, man. I like Ryan, man. I think Tank should fight Shakur. I don't think he should fight Devin. He won't get credit. I've seen this before. He's already planted the drain the seed at this point. Okay. So Toon, so you're saying that you think Tank should fight Shakur Stevenson, but you was okay. You saying Tank won't get credit. What credit do Tank needs? Tank gets undisputed. That's what I don't understand. So you telling me that Tank doesn't need the undisputed? What did he get for fighting Ryan? Nobody thought that Ryan was going to beat Tank. Ryan was the underdog. Nobody believes that Ryan was going to do a better job than Devin. So I don't understand that from you, Toon. You gotta clear that one up for me, bruh. You said he won't get credit. What credit do he need besides he's undisputed? It ain't just, he's beating another top dog that's been in the division longer than Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is a really good fighter. All these fighters are good fighters. They got to earn greatness. They're all good. Well, those guys are. But to be great, they got to do some great stuff, right? So Tank has to beat. Okay, listen. It was 4 kings in that division. Tank, Ryan, Devin, Teofimo, and Loma. Yeah, what I say? Tank, Ryan, Devin, Loma, and Teofimo Lopez. It was 5 of them. Remember, right? It was 5 of them, guys. My math is gone, but it's 5 of them, right? So Teofimo got beat. He left the division. So he's out. So it's 4 people left. Tank just knocked off Ryan. Ryan is out of it because Ryan left the division. So now it's just Tank, Devin, and Loma. Shakur Stevenson popped up, but the original 5, these are the 3 guys that's left from the original 5. So they need to finish that. Yeah, if he stretches Devin, he stretches him. Yeah. Dude, just know Devin used his feet more. Shakur stays closer, so he thinks Tank will catch Shakur easier. Shake my head. It don't matter who win. We all win if Devin and Tank fight. Yeah. But Devin already said he can't make the weight. You don't think if Tank stops Devin, they'll say he's nope. Because Devin said it. Devin said he has no problem making the weight this time and that he was going to stay at 135 for the end of the year. So if he makes it, listen to him. Let me say this. If Devin beats Loma, if he beats Loma and at 135, you telling me 3 months later, he can't make 135 again? If he beats Loma and Tank fights him this year, Tank gets all the credit. Because he just came off a win with Loma. You just beat Kambosos. Few months later, you beat Loma. You on a winning streak. Undisputed. So, yeah, Tank gets all of that. Now, if Tank waits and says, okay, I'll fight Devin a year from now, and this time next year, and Devin ain't been getting and Devin's having more of a struggle, where Devin had to go fight at 140 and then come back down. No, he doesn't get credit for that. Once Devin starts fighting at 140, if Devin got to shrink himself, because once Devin starts 140, he can't come back down. He won't be able to come back down. His body won't let him. Yeah, Devin ain't a draw at 140. He's not. But really, Tank is the biggest draw at 135. Yeah, Devin is not the biggest draw at 135. He's not. But none of these guys putting up big pay-per-view numbers listen, Tank is the only one at 135 putting up them kind of numbers. Loma's never put up them kind of numbers. Ryan never put up them kind of numbers. Devin don't put up them kind of numbers. Tank is the only one. All the other guys are in the same boat. It's called poor promoting. Devin didn't get the best promotions from DAZN. Neither did Loma. Loma was considered pound for pound number 1 and they were saying that Loma was one of the best in boxing history is what they was trying to say. So why wouldn't Loma be pulling down big pay-per-view numbers? Because they didn't promote Loma the way they should have. Loma was never a big star like that. Tank is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Tune, I understand that they might be. Listen, I'm not saying that Devin might not want to fight Shakur Stevenson, but ask yourself this, Tune. If you were Devin Haney and you never got the credit, and everybody you trying to fight won't fight you where you can get a name for yourself, what would you do? Would you go fight Shakur Stevenson that you know is going to be one of the hardest fights that you're going to have to face and not make no money and win no belt? Or would you fight Tank where you're going to make money and get a name? Or would you say, forget that, I'm going to move up to 140 to where I can feel a little more comfortable in my weight, right? I'm just going to move up and chase those things because then I can still be moving on with my career. If he beats Shakur Stevenson, they're going to say Shakur Stevenson just moved up from 130. He's not going to get the credit. He's not going to get a belt. And he's not going to get a payday. Would you say you would fight that fight? I say he should, but I understand why he wouldn't. Because if it's me, I would rather go fight Josh Taylor. At least I get a belt. At least I'm an underdog. At least I got something to lose. I got something to gain. With Shakur Stevenson, you don't. But he still should fight Shakur Stevenson. If he stays at 135, he should fight as mandatory. You heard me say it. Said Loma ain't never really been pound for pound number one. Just a really good fight. That's the ESPN credit. Yeah, him and Bob Arum. But still with that, they still wasn't pulling down pay-per-view numbers. D-Ray in the building. Salute. He's back again. He's back again. He's got the music playing. Tune. Say what, Tune? I got to salute you on this, Tune, man. Tune giving it tonight, ain't he? He said, I don't know who dude talking about, but we seen Devin rock with his footwork. I've never seen Shakur rock while being flat-footed. Shakur is better all around. Devin, that's why I want to see that fight. Yeah, I want to see that fight too. I think that Shakur Stevens is a more polished fighter too. I do. I agree. I think Devin is a bigger fighter. I think that that's going to work in Devin's advantage. And I think that Devin is more acclimated to 135 and on the end of getting to 140. And it might be a little too much for Shakur to handle. But I still think they should fight. But I think that Devin should be able to fight Tank first. And the reason why I say I think he should be able to fight Tank first is because Tank got that name. If he goes out and beats Shakur Stevenson, you'll say right now, Tune, that you'll give him that credit, but everybody else will be saying that he's fighting a smaller fighter that came up from 130. They're not going to give him the credit.
Clean cut.
To accept.
Salute, Showboating Sports. Salute, King Cut. What's going on with you? Salute, Zach B in the building.
Brother?
What's up with you, man? What's up with you, man?
So, I was listening to everything everybody's saying. Also listening to what Derrick Haney had to say, and I thought it was very wise of him to be very complimentary of Top Rank during this time right before the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hell yeah.
Listen, I'm sure. Derrick Haney ain't no damn fool. He seen what happened to Manny Pacquiao when Manny Pacquiao won his last fight with when he fought Tim Bradley. You know, the last fight when Pacquiao was on last fight when he fought Jeff Horn. Both times Pacquiao got robbed.
Right.
Both times. You know what I'm saying? So David Haney comes out like, oh, I love Top Rank. They've been treating me real good. And you know what I mean? I plan on re-signing. I think it's brilliant. I think he's brilliant.
Hey, he's brilliant for that, ain't he? Salute Kobe Reviews. Yeah.
Hey, man,
yeah, he's brilliant with that.
I think it's brilliant because, he needs, hey man, he already know, okay, I ain't no super knockout puncher here. I'm going against the quote unquote great white hope. You know what I mean? So I think it is very wise for him to front and say, hey, I'm going to re-sign. Whether they re-sign or not after the fight, the strategy of not coming out with the negative energy or just not coming out saying we're going to see what's going to happen
hey, they putting out the energy. And you hear what Bob Brown saying? Bob Brown, I don't care what he do. You know, that's what Bob Brown saying. You know, we like him to come back, but you know, I don't care what he do.
And you know Bob definitely cares what he does. Because they asked Bob, did you see when they asked Bob, they said, hey, what do you think about the winner of Loma and Devin fighting Tank? He said, I don't care nothing about no Tank. He said, we got Shakur Stevenson.
He went off.
He went off. Because he don't want them belts to leave.
I don't care about that fight. I want to know what's going on with Shakur. You know, Shakur is Devin, you know. Yeah. So he definitely cared. I thought it was, that's what I was calling to say, that it was a brilliant strategy for the Haney crew to be complimentary of Top Rank, because I did not see that from Pacquiao when he was on his last contract twice.
Yeah.
And both times he got screwed. He lost against Bradley. We all know Pacquiao won that fight against Bradley. Pacquiao won that fight against Jeff Horn.
Yep.
But, you know, the fix is in. You know, that's Bob. You know?
Hey, Bob Father is with it. Bob Father is from the old school, bruh. And that's why I say Devin, they tell me, well, Devin's speaking like he want to be there. I'm like, I would too. I'm going to go out in the blaze of glory saying, yeah, man, Bob and them treated me good. I like them. I love everything. They even put biscuits in my dressing room. You know what I mean? I'd be saying it all.
Very smart. Very smart. Very smart. In my opinion, very smart. They at least give you a fighting chance at getting some kind of fight chances to go to the judges. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly.
Straight up.
Because you see, he stopped talking about dropping that Ring Magazine belt too. You see how that has hushed up, and he had it right up there. All them belts.
He stopped all of it. You know what I mean? And that was that was very wise. Very wise. You know, very wise. You know, and then I don't know how true it is, but they saying that the judges that judge this fight is the same judges that judge the Tank versus
you talking about Tony
Ryan
Weeks?
Garcia fight. You know what?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Not
Tony
the
Weeks.
ref. Not the ref. I'm talking about the judges.
The judges. My bad. Yeah, the judges gonna be the same judges, huh?
Yeah, the judge Tank versus Ryan Garcia. Yeah. Well, they didn't give Tank the knockdown round.
Oh wow.
Well, the judges, it was a report that came out after the fight.
Uh-huh.
The judges had Ryan Garcia up on the scorecards, and they didn't give Tank.
Oh wow.
Him down. They didn't give him a 10-8 round.
Oh, I didn't. You know what? You brought that to my attention. When I get off here, I'm gonna go check that out. I'm gonna go look for myself. I'm gonna go look at their cards and see.
Check it out. That's been wide reported, man. All the talking trash about that, you know what I mean?
Oh wow.
And but yeah, man. So it's the same judges. Apparently, it's supposed to be the same judges that judge Tank versus Ryan Garcia, or the same judges that judges Loma versus Haney.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully they'll be right there. Well, we have to see. But Devin going there with that positive attitude, and like he gonna go in there and do what he gotta do. Because I thought they might try to do that with Kambosos too, but hey. They had Devin ahead on them scorecards, though.
That's a fact. That's a good fact, because I thought they was going to do Devin dirty in Australia. But they did Pacquiao dirty in Australia.
Yeah.
But they gave it to Devin twice on the scorecard. So
yeah.
And I think Bob Arnold do like Devin. You know what I mean? I think he do like Devin. Yeah. So we gonna see what happens, man. It's gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna support the fight.
Yeah, I'm definitely supporting it.
Yeah, I'm gonna support the fight. It's gonna be a good fight. I don't think that Loma is washed up just yet.
Yeah, so I think, man, and I think it's good for boxing on this one right here. I think that the winner of this one, depending on who if they even choose to pick Shakur Stevenson next, it's still gonna be a good fight. So I'm okay with that too. You know what I mean? I'd rather see the winner fight Tank, but I understand the politics in boxing. Mm-hmm. And if the next fight is Shakur Stevenson, I'm with that too. You know what I'm saying? I'm with that too. Shakur deserves it.
I agree with that. Shakur deserves it. And whether Devin is the winner or whether the winner, rather see one of them guys fight Tank straight up.
Yeah,
that's the fight everybody want to see. The winner of that. against Tank, but
Yeah.
like you say, we understand the politics that's in place,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my piece, man. I was
All
calling, what I mean?
Appreciate you,
throw it
man.
out there that David Hanley and Devin and Bill Hanley, they on point. They doing the right thing.
Yeah. Hey, but my biggest thing about all of this is as long as I see all these guys fight, you know what I mean? I have a problem with any one of them that decides they wants to dodge the other one. That's where I have a problem at. Other than that, if they all fight each other, and you know what? I think it should be like it was in the old school with Hagler Hearns, Duran, and Sugar Ray Leonard. The losers even fought, the winners fought the losers. They all fought each other, so you will clearly see who could beat who. And I think that in this era, they need to do the same thing, man. If they are in the same division.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Someone else made a good point that I on YouTube channel I was listening to was just a random caller in. Said, man, what if they did that Super Six or something like that tournament where, kind of like what happened with Andre Ward, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, man, that would be great in these lower weight classes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it really be good. Yeah. We said that a lot on our channel.
Get in.
Yeah, they would.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what, though? What we got to do is we got to have these guys that just, they try to say that they just shooting for the money, but with chasing legacy comes money these days because the pots are so big now. Tank has such a big name that no matter who Tank's fight out of them big guys, he's going to make more money with a bigger name. And they all will. So they all need to fight each other. Because think about it. If Ryan had stayed at 135, let's say Ryan didn't move up. He stayed at 135. You telling me you wouldn't want to see Ryan go turn around and fight Shakur Stevenson? I would have loved to see that fight.
Man, listen, I love all of these guys at 135. Now, I don't like where they play teeter and tottering where they want to be 135 or 140.
Yeah.
You're going to make the weight or you're going to fight at 140. You know what I'm saying? That's where Ryan got caught up in on that weight, on that weight loss clause or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
David Haney say, I'll make the weight. And hey, I can balloon up to whatever I want to. And that's fine. That's fair game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I feel like if you make the weight, you make the weight. You know what I'm saying? But you got to clearly make the weight.
That's it. You got to make the weight. But he does make the weight because he got all the belts.
Yeah.
He got all the belts at that weight. So you can't hate on him on that. You know what I mean?
Yep. And if you can't make the weight, you can't make the weight. Just move up. But you know what, though? You remember when Canelo fought Floyd Mayweather and they had to go do a catch weight and Canelo came in 15 pounds heavier. It didn't help Canelo. So sometimes weight don't help you.
It wouldn't help a lot of these guys. It wouldn't help though. It's really just politics for real. But the weight thing is just another negotiating ploy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Tank can beat most of these guys at between 135 and 140. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I listen. I'm right there with you. Tank might be able to beat everybody.
Yeah, yeah. I met Mario Barrios, a big dude.
Yeah,
I'm about 5'8". He's taller, and he ain't skinny at all.
Yeah,
he's a big old dude, man.
Yeah. So, think about it.
Tank a small guy.
Mario Barrios is bigger than Devin Haney. And if you look at this picture right here with Derrick James, I got up with Derrick James and Earl Spence Jr. and Ryan. Ryan is actually look like he's taller than Earl Spence. And Ryan is just slouching down right here in this picture. But if you look at that video where they in there, Ryan is just as tall, not taller than Earl. And Mario Barrios is bigger than them.
He is. And I went to the Frank Martin fight. That's why I met all those guys. They always and man, Ryan is taller, but he slim. He's tall and slim, like you said. And these guys, they look one way on the TV, but then when you see them in person, you're like, damn, this dude being there.
Yeah.
Or this guy's smarter than what I thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Tank is really a small guy. Tank is small. He got some steel for bones.
Yeah.
He don't look like what he's as strong as he look. He don't look like he as strong as he is, but just knowing what happened to him and he didn't get injured that bad.
Yeah.
That right there, just that tells you what you need to know about that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know
what I mean?
luck was on his side. Luck, Angels was on his side that night, you know what I mean? And
it wasn't his time to go, bro.
It wasn't his time, man. People have died for less, but it's good we made it past it, and like I said, you got all these guys out here, and some of these guys are huge, like you said, Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios is a big fighter, and Tank laid him out. Tank knocked him out.
Laid him out, bro.
Laid him out. And
Laid him
Toon
out.
said Tank don't get credit for shit. He said Gamboa was too old, Leo was too small, Pitbull was a nobody, Hector moved up, Ryan was drained, Barrios was drained, Tank never gets credit. Yeah. But listen, Tank is never gonna get credit from casual boxing fans. You know what I mean? He's just not, because people that don't really know about boxing gonna always have something negative to say. You can't even buy into that. You know what I mean? They're gonna always say something because that's just what they think. But when you really look at it, that was a hell of a feat. You know what I'm saying? Tank didn't just beat that dude up; he knocked him out when he needed to. And Keith Thurman couldn't even knock the guy out.
That's the other point. When I talked to him, he said, I can't make the weight no more.
Yeah.
Just can't make the weight no more. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, gotta respect Tank power. And I think that's the one thing that he has over all these guys at 135. And you can line them up. Shakur, Devin, Chico, line them up. I think that at this point in Tank's career, with his experience now, man, I think these guys got a real problem on their hands. And hey, I hope that these fights can happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, I'm with you on that. Tank has a lot of skills. People look at like he just got power. He ain't a Deontay Wilder. He got knockout power, but he's got a high boxing IQ with it. But this is my only point with that. I don't like them to talk about it. I want them to be about it. If you got somebody in your division that's even contesting that you're not the best in your division, you must fight them. You know what I'm saying? And Devin is a threat. Shakur Stevenson is a threat to Tank. You know what I mean? You may have all the power in your world, but you got to land that punch and you got to get in on them. You got to outbeat them guys. And them guys can box. They can box.
They can box. And I think Tank do want to fight. I think Devin wants to fight. I think Shakur wants to fight. I also think Ryan wants to fight. He proved that he wants to fight. You know what I mean? He proved that he with it. So, I wish all fighters had the heart of a Ryan Garcia that was willing to get in the ring, put it all on the line in front of everybody. You know what I mean? Sell the fight. That's one thing that's not happening with this Devin versus Loma. Loma won't even sell this fight, man. Devin be trying to egg him on and try to sell it, talk a little trash. He try to act like, I didn't give you an opportunity 4 years from now. Then Bill said, okay, he don't want to take the bait. Let me see if I can get his promoter to take the bait. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you with it. Yeah, you right, man. You got to sell that fight, and Loma ain't playing into that. Loma's just like, well, we'll see, man. Listen, that's the problem. You gotta talk that game to get butts in the seat. They asked him, why did you think you gonna win? What's gonna make you win? And Loma couldn't catch on to that. I don't know if it was an English barrier on there, the translation. He couldn't really get it. But Devin was like, why do you think you're gonna beat me, man? And Loma just didn't want to answer it. It's like, come on, Loma, sell the damn fight.
English barrier. Dude just didn't want to get into the back and forth with. Loma just didn't want to get no back and forth. You know what I mean? That's all. If that dude speak good English.
Yeah.
See, they play dumb when they don't want to respond to something. See, But try to beat them out some money though. You'll find out how good English they speak. You know what I'm saying? Try to beat them out of a few bucks.
Yeah, exactly.
You could be at McDonald's and they were like, hey, this Big Mac costs $10. They gonna say, what?
Hell no. Hey, they spoke.
Yeah.
Hey, he spoke damn good English when they contacted Mauricio about that franchise belt to Dodge, ain't he? Huh? He could do that, didn't he?
Come on now. Come on now. That's all I'm saying. I mean, hey, man, these guys, they know what they're doing, man. They be full of crap.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's always love, man, for sure, man. I love listening to your channel. And yeah, I'm always support, brother.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks for joining in and helping keep the channel going, man. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
All right, show.
Later. But yeah, man. Yeah, Toon said Loma beats Haney, and this set up for Loma versus Tank at last been 5 years. It would still be a good fight. I'm with it. Listen, I'm with if Loma gets past Devin and it ain't a rematch clause, I like to see that. Zach B, he said by the 6th round, he was starting to look beat up, and Tank didn't even throw that many punches. You talking about on Ryan? Let me go back. Did you see Barrios? Oh, yeah. Tank will beat them all. Tank is different, just like EJ is different. They are special, no cap. Yeah, they special fighters, man. Tank is really a special fighter. He really is. Tank got a lot more in his tank than just some bricks in his gloves. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is, too, though, we can't sleep on Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is going to be a major problem. Not going to be. He is a major problem. And listen, the thing about Shakur Stevenson, he just needs that 135 fight to go ahead and say, hey, I'm here, guys. You know what I mean? Like, he tried to fight Pitbull Cruz. If he went in there and just dogged Pitbull Cruz out, guess what? We'd be saying Shakur Stevenson has arrived, which us boxing fans know he's already arrived. But Shakur Stevenson, the casuals don't really know about Shakur Stevenson. That's going to be a problem. So we got a lot at 135, but we got to go ahead and start narrowing this stuff down. That Tank and Ryan fight shouldn't have been so long. I'm sick of this. Oh, we got to let it marinate for 5 or 6 years. Man, dude, your career is only so long. So if you let every big fight marinate for 4 years, that's 8 years for 2 good fights. You know what I'm saying? Most people, you getting 8 to 10 good years out of it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you're going to fight for 20 years once you make a name for yourself. Because the time starts when you make a name for yourself. It don't start when you first turn pro, because they're not building a fight. They go, well, okay, now you got a name for yourself. Now you and this guy, Tank and Ryan, both got a name for themselves. Ryan's got 10 million subscribers on Instagram. Tank got most of the boxing fans. So let's let that build up for 5 years. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? They just need to let these guys fight. But anyway, guys, that's all for me tonight. I appreciate everybody that came in, man. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button in here. Man, I appreciate you guys. We'll talk about this tomorrow. You know, I'm going to come in with the weigh-in. I'm going to be on in and out pretty quick if I can get on tomorrow night. I don't know if I'm going to go live for the fight this weekend, but I might try to go after the fight. We have to see. But anyway, guys, y'all have a good night. Salute Will people. Salute everybody here. Y'all have a good night, man. And make sure you guys, like I said, hit the thumbs up, like on the way out the door, and share it, man. Like I said, we say what we say. We stand on all of that. So you guys have a good night. Peace. I'm out. Fight fam. Bam.